All right, we're live. Hey guys, Frank with TITHE.LY. Great to be with you this morning. It's a Friday, so Fridays are always good days. It's 9 o'clock out here on the West Coast. I come from my sort of home makeshift office out in San Diego, California, where we are still sheltering in place over here. And this morning, I'm joined by Cory Dellenbach. Cory, it's great to have you, man.
Hi, nice being here. How are you doing?
Yeah, I'm doing great. And Cory comes to us all the way from Wisconsin, somewhere 2 hours outside of Green Bay. So I don't even know where that's at. I know about the Green Bay Packers, but outside of that, my Wisconsin knowledge is pretty low.
That's all you need to know about is the Packers.
Are you a Packers fan? I assume.
Very much so, yes.
Okay. I think you should have come with like a Packers jersey on or something. I don't know. Is Brett Favre still like the hero or?
Oh yeah, most definitely.
Okay.
Aaron Rodgers is a second right now too.
Aaron Rodgers is still
Yep,
he's still in second place.
Boy.
Yeah. Man, it's like I said, great to have you. We've been doing the show. If you're joining us live, we've been doing the show every day for a few weeks now, and just talking with church leaders from all kinds of different churches all over the U.S. We're trying to get some folks from Australia and Canada and other countries that we support as well. But right now it's been mostly U.S. And everybody's in the church online, remote church, sheltering in place, doing it all from home. And it's just interesting to connect church leaders and to share ideas. That's what I think is the biggest value of this live show that we're doing, is like church leaders being able to share their ideas from all different kinds of places. So Cory, I'd love for you just to tell us a little bit about yourself, how you got into ministry, where you guys are, where's the church, what's the makeup of the church, what's the size of the church, kind of all those kind of things, so people have some context on this conversation.
Definitely. Well, I am actually the council president here at Immanuel Lutheran Church in Rhinelander. We are about 2.5 hours north of Green Bay, so we're in the woods.
Like literally in the woods?
Pretty much in the woods, yeah.
Okay.
I mean, Rhinelander is a small 7,000 community, and nothing but trees, a small downtown, and a lot of churches.
Wow. Wait, a lot of churches?
Yeah, actually, there's quite a few churches here in Rhinelander.
Wow.
We're an ELCA church, and just 1 block away, we have another ELCA church.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, we're on a mission to get them all using TITHE.LY, of course. So
yep.
We'll send someone out to stay a week with you in the house and just walk around to all the churches.
Awesome. Yeah. And then Immanuel, we're about 100 members that worship any given Sunday. We have 2 worship services, so that's who we are. I've been a member here for 7 years now. Before that, I wasn't really involved in church.
All right.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Yeah.
And are you born and raised there? Or
I'm born and raised here in Rhinelander, yes.
Wow. All right. Yeah. How'd you get connected with the ELCA kind of church, and what brought you to church, 7 years ago?
My family has gone to this church forever. My grandfather started going here, my mother, all of my aunts and uncles. And I just got away from it after I moved down by Green Bay for a little while. And after I got married and my wife and I moved back up here, we wanted to get back into church. Her family was really into church, and we started looking around. We came to our church here to just check it out, and right away, as soon as we walked in, we were welcomed and just fell in love with it.
Yeah, man, that's home, right? The family's been there for, sounds like, generations, and
you go into our fellowship hall and you can see all the confirmation photos from years past. So I show my kids my mom's kid picture up there and my grandfather.
Yeah. Wow, man. Generational. That's pretty awesome. Well, let's jump in. You and I were chatting on Facebook. That's kind of how this connection got started here. And you were saying how during, sort of the pandemic and going online, you've seen pretty big growth for your church in both the usage of the church app. You guys use the custom church app from TITHE.LY and the giving product from TITHE.LY. So, so both of those you're seeing a big uptick. So I'd love to just unpack that. Tell us a little bit. Maybe we can start on the church app side and just talk to us about like what's in your church app and what you're seeing people use and how you're promoting it effectively. Those kinds of things.
Our church app right now, we have a photo gallery in there. We just added the sermon function when all this coronavirus stuff started. I post our newsletter notes in there. I post our newsletter via PDF in there. We do have the prayer function, but that doesn't get used a whole lot by other members. I use it to post our daily devotion.
Oh, cool.
So that gets quite a few hits, but since all this started, I mean, the sermons, we added that, and we started recording. Pastor started recording her reading the gospel and her sermon, and we just post that, and we just been getting hit with views or listens on that and downloads every Sunday and throughout the week.
Yeah, that's cool. So you weren't using the sermon feature at all before.
Nope.
You popped it in as soon as, so March 15th or whatever the date that first kind of week, you guys started recording.
Yep, that first week we started recording. I have some digital recorders at home for my real job, and I just give one to Pastor every week, and she just records herself and throws it back at me, and easy enough to post.
So she does an audio. It's an audio recording.
Yep.
And it's a little like digital recorder device that she just
about that
talks into, or
yeah, really easy.
Yeah, very cool.
Just hit record, and I just download it onto my computer, and away we go.
Yep. And then you upload it directly into the app, or do you guys post them somewhere else as well, like on iTunes or anything like that?
Nope. All we do is just post it directly to the app, and then we also have it on our website as well.
Got it. Okay. Really cool. And do you do any kind of, so you're posting the sermons, that's driving, or the readings? I don't know if it's not church that you're posting necessarily. Nope. It's just her kind of lesson. Yep. And are you doing any kind of promotion? So like on Sunday, is there, after church, like an email or anything like that goes out to just remind people to go jump into the app?
On Saturday mornings, I send out an email with our worship information for Zoom. And I also send out in that email just a reminder to go to our website, check out this stuff, go to our app and get the information there and listen to the sermon on that.
Got it. Very cool. So that's Saturdays. And then you guys do, is there any other parts of the app that you're hearing people like enjoy? Are you getting any kind of feedback, whether it's responding to emails or calling you or texting you, anything like that?
The photo gallery gets quite a few hits too. We have a lot of our pictures of our kids up there from Faith Explorers or Sunday school. And that's the biggest one right there, the photos and the sermons. And then a lot of people go view our videos that we post on there on YouTube, and that gets shared on our app as well.
Yeah, I love the photo gallery. I actually don't hear that as a feature that's used as commonly amongst the thousands of churches we have using the app. So that's really cool that you guys are putting some effort into like getting the photos in there, driving people back into the app to see just pictures of what's going on. Are people doing any pictures of themselves while they're doing church at home and getting them to you and putting them in the photo gallery or anything like that?
Yeah, we've had a little bit of that. It's more so video that we've been doing, like back and forth. People sending me video of like their kids listening to worship or themselves, and sending pictures of the area that they're sitting in. That was fun.
Yeah. I love that idea. So they'll post a picture or video, or do they send it to you and you put it in the app? Is that how it works?
They send it to me and then I post it.
Okay. Yeah. And I love that. It's like, so that's community, right? Like just photos and videos, and it's the family kind of sharing, sharing their picture gallery. So that's super cool. Great. Great use of the photo gallery, just that feature in the app. If folks are listening, you don't have the photo gallery turned on in the app, talk to the team, because it sounds like it's working well for Cory and the crew over there.
Definitely do it.
How are you
Especially
guys?
if you have a photographer as part of your team, definitely do the photo gallery.
Yeah, yeah, no, it totally makes sense. So you mentioned you send out the church info on Saturdays. How are you guys doing church?
We are doing church by Zoom, actually. We started
Okay.
when we started on March 15th. Um, we started using Google Hangouts. We did that for 2 weeks. It just wasn't working for us.
Yeah,
We switched over
makes
to
sense.
Zoom after that, and that's been working out really well for us. We have about 60 connections each Sunday. Um, and just the interaction that we get with the members on
Yeah,
that's what makes that one our go-to.
right, right. Side note, Donnie's listening in, and Donnie works at TITHE.LY, and he's like, "Hey, Cory, great working with you to set up your app a couple years ago."
Nice. I remember
That's
Donnie.
awesome. Shout out to Donnie. Donnie is the well, Donnie's done all kinds of things at TITHE.LY, so building apps is one of his many skills.
Awesome.
Good stuff, Donnie. So using Zoom is interesting. So we talked to another church. I want to say they're called the Fresno Church or Fresno Church. Josh Ermler a couple weeks back, and they've got a church of I don't remember the exact number. 2, 3, 400 members, and they're using Zoom exclusively for their church services as well, and they're loving it. So it's interesting to hear you also say you're using Zoom and really digging that. What's the appeal for you guys? Like, what really drives you, or kind of makes you go, Zoom's the platform, or just video based? Whether it's Zoom or something else, but like a on video, we're all here seeing each other. Why is that working for you guys?
For us right now, it's just the connections between the members. Us being able to talk to one another. When Pastor says the prayer of the day, we can respond. That way she can hear us. She likes doing a children's sermon. And for her, that's way for her to get that interaction with the children.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. So do you guys create time, sort of like almost fellowship and like chat before church, and
Yep.
I don't know,
And
come on early, or a portion of it is just fellowship?
I usually start the Zoom meeting or worship about 15 minutes before because, we always have those early people to church.
Right.
And
Yeah.
then
That's a good point.
And then afterwards, we do have what we call a coffee time where we stay on an extra 15 minutes and just allow people to talk back and forth. Pastor has been asking a question typically each week and just get responses. And it's a fun way for people to talk to one another.
Right. Right.
'Cause
Yeah,
it's,
I think there's something to like the engagement. So just watching church via a live stream, I'm on my couch or whatever with my family, and I'm watching it happen, but nobody sees me, right? So,
yeah,
but if we're on video, I think it just automatically drives up the engagement because you're on video and you're kind of participating, even if you're not, participating and putting the service on, you're kind of participating in the community, and it just builds up that engagement. And when you've got a church of, 100 or so, getting everybody on Zoom is pretty easy, right?
yeah, definitely. It is
And
very easy.
because you got 60 or so connections, and there's probably some with 2, 3, 5, like all kind of on the video together.
Yep.
So you
I
get
mean, my
everyone there and you get
family,
to see each other.
my 3 kids are there watching, and my wife, and I'm doing all the meeting people in on my computer.
Yeah, I don't know how, man, my kids, trying to get them to sort of attend church online is a challenge. I mean, they have attention for a little bit, but I'm not getting them for the whole time. So
Yeah.
um so very cool. So let's jump over into the kind of online giving part of this. How has that part of it gone for you? Because you were mentioning you've seen an increase there too.
Yeah.
What was giving like pre-COVID, and what's it look like now?
We joined on with TITHE.LY about 2 years ago, if I remember right. Um, I just saw it as a way for people to give, especially younger people. I mean, I don't carry checkbook with me. I don't carry a lot of cash with me. I know
Right.
there are others too, so that's why we decided to go with it. And up until about COVID time, we only had 2 people giving online, myself and our church secretary.
The two people that like decided and made it happen were the ones using it. Yeah.
Yep. So it was like that for about 2 years, and now this past April we had quite a few more given online through TITHE.LY, which was exciting to see. And a lot of them have already said they're going to continue that way because it's a lot easier.
And did you guys do any like announcement as you were meeting online? Did you do any education? Like what did that look like? What kind of communication plan, or plan might be a strong word. Like what kind of communication did you do once you guys went all online around giving?
Around giving, we had notes in the newsletter explaining how to use it again, like we did when we first introduced it. We had a video on Facebook, some information on Facebook. I put out my phone number for people to call me if they had any issues with it.
Love it.
And we highlighted.
How many calls have you gotten? How many calls have you gotten?
Only 3.
Hey, not bad.
Yeah, and most of it
that's
was
cool. I mean, I love in that kind of environment like that. I mean, I feel like that should scale to any size church, but in that size church, having a phone number of someone that they see probably every Sunday and they know, give them a call. Like it helps with the security and the confidence and just like, okay, someone's here to help me figure this out. So I love that.
Yeah. Typically I make myself available for any type of stuff if they have issues getting to Zoom or anything like that.
Yeah. Man, you and my brother Adam should connect because he's like, you guys are like servants, man, like helping people, always there, handling all the tech, doing the live streams, doing everything. So
it's fun.
Yeah. That's awesome, dude. So you had it in the bulletin, you had a video on Facebook. Did you do any kind of on Zoom live, hey guys, now that we're online, here's the way we need you to give? Was anything like that happening?
When we first started, Pastor would tell people the many ways they can give, including TITHE.LY and dropping it off, mailing it in, and she does that each week. That's pretty much the extent of what we do for that.
Got it. Yeah. And that was that happening in service too?
Not kind of so much in service, because in service they just do an offering plate, and we have cards in our pews explaining how TITHE.LY works and the steps to enter your name and all that fun stuff.
Yeah. Okay. Cool, man. Well, this has been awesome. I super appreciate your time. And it's just cool, like 100-member church out in the forest, or at least like way out, doing sort of, has a little bit of tech, added the church app, added giving a couple years ago, not major usage, a little bit of usage. But then all of a sudden in this moment, you guys were ready and the usage just jumped off the charts for you.
It'll be exciting to see what happens with it now that our stay at home kind of went away this last Monday.
You were saying that. So tell us what's going on in Wisconsin.
Well, we were at a stay-at-home order, much like the rest of the country, until May 26th. But on Monday, our state Supreme Court reversed the decision, saying the governor overstepped his authority. So as of Monday night, there's no stay-at-home order. A lot of bars throughout the state open up their doors right away.
And everyone's like, yes, let's go.
Yeah, pretty much. It's just made national news. It's been interesting.
Wow. So everything opened up. And how are you guys thinking about going back to church, like physically in the building?
There's been quite a bit of discussion about that. We actually formed a response team for coronavirus. And we get information from our synod and from the Wisconsin Council of Churches. Yeah. And right now we're not opening back up. We want it to be safe for when people return. Like I said, we have an older group here that worships here.
Right.
And we don't anticipate opening for at least a month, maybe more. We just want to make sure everybody is safe.
Yeah, but err on the side of caution versus rushing to get everyone back. And it sounds like Zoom's doing a great job. So yeah, very cool, man. Well, Cory, thanks for joining us today.
No problem. Thank you.
Yeah. And for everyone watching, thanks for joining us, guys. We'll be back on Monday. We're going to have a great show. I mean, every one of these shows is great. On Monday, we're going to have Pastor Larry Osborne from North Coast Church out in Vista, California, kind of San Diego area. Has a great church out there. We're going to talk about how they're leading through the pandemic and what's going on over there at their church. And yeah, just appreciate you guys coming. Have a great weekend. And we will see you on Monday. Thanks, guys.